It did not end when it ended. They tell you the danger is over, the relationship ended, the childhood passed, the war, the neglect, the years of emotional erosion are technically behind you. But your nervous system didn't get that memo. Your body still wakes up embraced for impact. Your mind scans for threat in safe rooms. Intimacy feels both desperately wanted and quietly terrifying. You're functional, sometimes highly successful, yet something feels chronically off, like living with an internal smoke alarm that never shuts down. This is not weakness. This is not a character flaw. This is what we call complex post-traumatic stress disorder. My name is Fawzia Faizi Shah, licensed clinical social worker. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. Trauma that wasn't one moment, but a pattern. Most people are familiar with PTSD as a response to a single overwhelming event, an accident, assault, disaster, or combat exposure. Complex PTSD is very different. Complex PTSD emerges from chronic, repeated, interpersonal trauma, especially when the trauma occurs frequently over a long period of time. There is no escape. There is no safe escape. The source of harm is someone you depend on or you're trapped with. This includes childhood emotional, verbal, physical, and sexual abuse, chronic neglect or attachment trauma, domestic violence, coercive control, human trafficking, captivity, systemic oppression, or prolonged exploitation. Judith Herman, who first conceptualized complex PTSD, described it as trauma that restructures the self, not just the memory. And that's the key distinction. So how does complex trauma rewire your system? The nervous system dysregulation. At the core of complex PTSD is the nervous system shaped by long-term threat. The brain learns hypervigilance keeps me alive. Shutting down protects me. People are unpredictable. This results in chronic fight, flight, freeze, fawn response, emotional flooding or numbness, sleep disturbances, somatic symptoms with no clear cause. Neurobiologically, we see altered functioning in the amygdala, hippocampus, and frontal cortex, affecting threat detection, memory integration, and emotional regulation. Number 2 is the disturbances in the self-concept. Unlike classic PTSD, complex PTSD includes a deeply altered relationship with the self. The common internal narratives include something is wrong with me. I am too much. I'm not enough. I cause harm just by existing. Clinically, this shows up as chronic shame, persistent guilt, a fragmented or unstable identity, harsh inner critics that mimic early abusers. This is not low self-esteem, it's trauma. It's conditioned by self-perception. Relational injury, number 3. Complex PTSD is often called a relational trauma disorder because the injury actually happened within a relationship. As adult survivors may fear abandonment, but struggle with closeness and intimacy, attached to emotionally unavailable or abusive partners, overfunctioning, fawning in other words, or withdrawal, like avoidance, confuse intensity with intimacy. Attachment research consistently shows that chronic trauma disrupts secure bonding, leading to disorganized or anxious or avoidant attachment styles. Number 4, emotional regulation difficulties. Survivors were never taught how to safely feel. Instead, they learned emotions lead to punishment. Needs create danger. Silence equals survival. The results in explosive emotions or emotional shutdown, difficulty naming feelings, self-harm behaviors, or disassociation as a coping strategy. These are adaptive responses, they're not pathology. What healing actually requires? Here is the most important reframe. Complex PTSD is not about moving on. It's about learning safety, often for the first time. Healing is not linear, and it is cognitive, and it's also not cognitive alone. So research consistently supports phase-oriented trauma treatment, which includes cognitive behavior therapy, mindfulness, grounding, stabilization and safety, nervous system regulation, somatic awareness, building external and internal safety, learning boundaries without shame, and modalities that you can use, like I said earlier, cognitive behavior therapy, psychotherapy, integrating the fragmented memory without re-traumatization, reconnection, rebuilding identity beyond survival, developing healthy relationships. And just as important, healing does not require reliving every memory. It requires rewiring how the body experiences the present moment. If you live with complex PTSD, your symptoms are not sign of damage. They are evidence of adaptation under impossible conditions. Your nervous system learned to protect you when no one else did. Healing does not erase the past, but it can loosen its grip. It can teach your body that now is different, that rest is allowed, that connection doesn't have to hurt, that you are not broken. You were shaped by what you survived. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you liked it. And if you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the like button, and also leave a comment for me if you had suffered complex PTSD, if you healed from it, or if you're still in the process. Leave a comment and let me know how that was for you. Thank you so much and have a great day.